Hello, hi everyone. Okay, in this video, we'll discuss about some Salesforce approval related interview questions. Okay, uh, generally, Salesforce approval process is generally means to automate our business, we will use either workflows or approval process. In the approval process, say for example, we need any approval from higher people, or managers, assistant managers, IHRs. So we'll create a record and we'll submit that records to the approval process. Actually, in Salesforce, we have two types of approval processes there. One is Jumpstart Wizard and another one is Standard Setup Wizard actually. So the main difference between Jumpstart Wizard, like even interviewer will ask you what is how many types of approval process is there in Salesforce. So then we need to give answers like Jumpstart and Standard Wizard is there in Salesforce. Jumpstart means generally this is a single step approval process. In single page only we will enter the like approval process name, we will select criteria, we will select approver name, approver details, everything. But in the standard setup wizard, like in the each, like this is like a wizard, like in the each page we need to enter the data and we need to click next button like this we need to do. Generally standard setup wizard will support for multiple level approvals we need. For example, see for example, we need multiple levels approvers, like first we need to go am, then we need to go manager, then we need to go ceo. Like this we need to go like higher approvals, we need to create multiple steps in the approval process. That time we will go for standard setup wizard. Okay, so this is complex approval process. So even interview will so if you want to create any complex approval process, then we'll go for standard setup wizard. Then it's like if you want to create normal single step approval process, then we'll go for jump start wizard. Okay, that is the main difference between these two approval process. And one more thing is, in jump start wizard, like some default settings is automatically it will take actually at the time of approval process. But in the standard setup wizard, we will select all the values, all the default and everything. Okay, so for example, I will see these are some scenario based interview questions. For example, after activating the approval process, I want to add one more step. Is it possible? No, once we activated the approval process, we cannot add more steps. For example, this is approval process. This status is active only. So these are the submission actions. These are the approval steps. So here you can see, right, approval to add multiple steps. That button is not available because once we activate the approval process, we cannot add again steps in the approval process. So we can say simple no, we cannot add again steps. If you want to add, then we can deactivate this approval process. For example, I will deactivate. Once we deactivate and again we'll click on clone, then we'll add the new approval steps if you need. Okay, that is all about this question. So here you can see answer also. To add one more step, first we need to deactivate the approval process, then we need to clone it. And one more thing is it possible to start approval process after records is created in Salesforce without clicking the sub button? Yeah, even without clicking submit button in the record, will like we will use triggers or process builders. We will call triggers this a process. Like an approval process is nothing but a process object. We can see in the approval process object. Okay, for example, and even if you will call this approval process, even we'll call this approval process in process builder also. So then no need to click on submit button on the approval process. Okay, and one more question is, yes, we can call using process builder apex trigger. We can automatically submit our record to approval process without clicking submit for approval button on the record detail page. And how we can achieve dynamic approval process, like approve of position record should be user defined in hiring managing field. Okay, like in the same trigger only we'll select that user field and we will add that field in the approver, next approver. So using triggers we can achieve that functionality. Okay, and can we implement a multi-level approval process in Salesforce? Yes, if we will add multiple steps, then automatically we'll create a multiple level approval process. And one more thing is, we'll implement multi-level approval process in only standard setup wizard. We cannot create multiple steps in the jumpstart wizard. Okay, these are all related to the approval process interview questions. Okay, for example, see, now I will show you. Now already I have deactivated this approval process. For example, I will click again once clone button. Now we will able to see that I will give a name with a different name here. Just click on save button. Now we can add, because this is still not activated and just now we clone the existing approval process. Now we will see new approval step here. So like this, if you already once we activated approval process, we cannot add new approval steps. If you want to add again approval steps, then we can deactivate that approval process, then we will clone that approval process, then that button is visible. Here we can add a second step here if you want. Okay, this is also very important questions, like interview will ask you. Okay, and for example, most of the times we will use standard setup wizard only, and jump start wizard will for only single step we can use jump start wizard. Okay, uh, yeah, this is all about in this approval process related interview questions. Okay, if you like my video, please subscribe, and even if you have any questions, please post in the comments box, so that even I will look into that and I will try to give answers for those questions. Okay, thanks guys, have a nice day, bye.